Hey everybody, it's me again. I told you I'd come back with the second story, and if you're listening to the story first, well, then that comment doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? But this book is a great book. It's called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Now, because it's such a well known book and I've read it many, many times, I'm kind of bored with it. And so I'm going to do something to make it a little bit more interesting. While you're listening to it, see if you can find out what exactly I'm changing. So without further ado, let's start with Urini and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Does this person just look like Urini to you? Does to me. Let's find out what happens in this wonderful story. If I could find the first page, this is not very good. Sorry guys, I'm losing, I'm getting old. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on my skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Now everybody, can you say, Urini, cheer up? Looks like Urini needs some cheering up right there in that picture. But I'm sure one of our other friends is about to have a very bad day too. At breakfast, Tomby found a Corvette Stingray car kit in her breakfast cereal. And Bristol found a junior undercover agent code ring in her breakfast cereal. But all I found in my breakfast cereal was breakfast cereal. I think I'm going to move to Australia. Seriously. In the carpool with Mr. Camden let Jennifer have a seat by the window. And Dion and Kirsty got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to freak out because I'm Urini. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Look at all those friends squished in there. Seriously, Dion, Jennifer, and Kirsty, you should squish Urini just a little bit more. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Anthony. I'm sorry, I thought I was reading the book for real. At school, Mr. Gaddy liked Aiden's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. Seriously. At singing time, Mr. Gaddy said I sang too loud. And at counting time, he said that I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a very terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Urini, you need the number 16. Seriously. I could tell, because Asheria said I wasn't her best friend anymore. He said that Carter S. was his best friend, and Carter H. was his next best friend, and I was only her third best friend. Dang, Asheria, that's cold. I hope you sit on a tack, Asheria. Hope it pokes you right in the bottom. And I hope that next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, that the ice cream cone part falls off and lands in Australia. Guys, at this point in time, I would watch out for Urini because she's having a really bad day. Look at her. She's just like yelling and screaming. And there's like Carter H and Carter S and Asheria all snuggling and with their teddy bear and being best friends. Dang. Seriously. I'm glad you're not like this in class. There were 2 cupcakes in Ava's lunch bag. Seriously. And Harini got a chocolate bar with almonds. And Ryan's mom gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on top. Guess whose mom forgot to pack lunch and dessert. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Guys, I need you to take this moment. Can everybody say, Uranie, cheer up? I know like maybe 3 of you did it, seriously. So you say, Uranie, cheer up. All right. We're working on it. It's really hard to do this over the computer, guys, but we'll get through. That's what it was. Because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Griffith found a cavity just in me. Come back next week, and I'll fix it, said Dr. Griffith. Next week, I said, I would be in Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for the car, and my mom, Marion, made fun of me because where I fell it was muddy, and the next I started crying because Jackson said I was a crybaby. Wow, Miriam and Jackson, that's rude. Seriously, look at poor Uranie and you're laughing at them. Not good. And then, while I was punching Miriam for calling me a crybaby and yelling at Jackson, my mom came back and blamed me for the whole thing. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, and everybody I yelled at didn't even answer me. There they are again. He's looking like he's having a good time. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Jackson chose some white ones with blue stripes. Miriam chose some red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then, the shoe man Nagam said, we're all out. I'm sorry, said Nagam. They made me buy plain old white ones. They look like old people's shoes. But they can't make me wear them. Then, when we went to go pick up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with the copy machine. But then I forgot and played with it anyway. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk. And I was as careful as I could be, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone. But I think I might have called Australia. My dad said, please don't pick me up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. You guys think Mom and Dad liked coming to his office? It doesn't look like it, does it? There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate lima beans. Then there was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. Ew. No, it looks like he's trying to kiss something right there. Ew, Uranie, keep your tongue in your mouth. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Jackson took the pillow he said that I could keep. And then the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Marion and not with me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are just like that. Look at this poor kid. How many of you have ever had days like this? I know I have, where you just want to go back to bed and hopefully it'll be better tomorrow, right? My mom says people have bad days, even in Australia. Everybody say goodnight, Uranie.